This is my little kitchen practice rig that gets quite a lot of use these days. If I'm not in the home studio recording or making YouTube videos, a lot of the time I'm doing domestic stuff like cooking and watching the two cats that live here with us. And when my wife's at work, which she is at the moment, it means that I can just kind of hang out here like I'm making some jam at the moment. I need to keep an eye on that, I need to keep an eye on the cats. Rather than have to go in and out of the studio, I can just sit here and practice. Like if I'm working on some tunes or there's some techniques or licks that I want to learn, it makes a lot of sense just to be in the one place. So I've been playing this HILs headless a lot. And again, I've got a full-length demo video with this. Really, really nice guitar. Again, really compact, it doesn't get in the way. And I love that they've got two little rubber stoppers here. So if I want to lean this against the wall, I can do it pretty safely, and not having a headstock means it's not going to fall over. I put in one of these Apollo music parts, like a tremolo or trem style thing in there as well, so that the tuning is a lot more stable. I've got this NUX wireless. I forget the model number on this one, but it's going to the Pulse Mini. Now, I did a full-length video on the bigger Hotone Pulse, but this thing is pretty ridiculous. Like, it is so teeny tiny. Normally, I'll just sit it up behind or on the coffee machine, especially in the morning. It's got Bluetooth and it has the same app that the Pulse has and the Ampero series has. Now this has most of, if not all of the same effects in here. And I love that you can load in IRs onto this. So the main distorted sound I have on here, and there's this cool little song list mode on here, you can kind of see all of the effects that are in there. I'm using the 5150 model with the ambient delay one, a bit of plate reverb, a bit of detune, a tube screamer in front, and again, my free IR. So kind of the thing I would do in like every modeling system, but you know, we got the little tiny little package over here. I like a tiny little package. So having a nice dirty tone on there, that's one thing that I need. And then one of the factory presets is called Time After Clean. And if you use the split mode in the middle position on this, I mean, it's doing the 80s clean. Another thing I like just playing with no apologies. It's not even a guilty pleasure, it's just a pleasure. The other patch that I have on there is a compressor into a clean Fender amp with the ambient delay and a cloud reverb on there. The thing that I like about this as well is because it's got a Bluetooth connection. If you want to jam along with some backing tracks, I'll bring up my 5150 patch again, and I'll go to my friend Backing Tracks by Tim's Spotify page on here. I'm just going to play a backing track and jam over it because, you know, if I'm not at my computer, I've got to keep an eye on the jam over there. Actually, that is a good reminder. The jam's actually done, and I guess that means the jam can begin. That's a terrible pun. guys get the idea. I actually use this thing a lot just as a little Bluetooth speaker as well. Like in the morning if I'm making some coffee and I want to put on some tunes. Again, it's very, very compact, very convenient. I love that it's got IR loading and things like the ambient delay, all the stuff I love from the Ampero, and it's easy. Like you can just plug your guitar into this, and the factory presets I think are really good. I went the extra distance and loaded an IR, and that's about it. It's one of those things where I am appreciating a lot more sometimes the plug and play nature of, maybe having an amp set up with just a guitar and a pedal board to get me away from the computer, having something like this where I've got my 3 sounds that I generally like to play with and a guitar that's grab and go that stays in tune really well, that I can't bump into stuff. And then, a wireless is nice as well around the house. There's no cables, there's no clutter or anything else like that. It's like the ultimate little domestic practice rig. I'd love to hear from all of you though. What are you using for your kind of casual practice setup? If you have one, do you have a casual practice setup? Do you have like a corner of the house where you've just got like a guitar and some practice things, the 5-watt world approved practice setup? Or are you a maximalist where you always love to have your home studio set up with your monitors and your full-on rig and all your sweet guitars ready to go? I definitely love that. But like I said, I'm learning to appreciate this little setup. Big shout out to everybody who supports the channel by subscribing, especially my amazing patrons. Everybody who enjoyed the video, please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below and let me know what you are playing. I'll see you on the next one.